So what is forward rate? I think the best example of memorizing the forward rate is use the 1 unit or $1 example. So for example, there is a timeline here, and there is a time called I don't know, maybe m, okay, and there is a time called m plus n. Okay, so essentially this time is called n, and I want to generalize it, so yeah, I use the m and n, and you can use say half a year, or I don't know, maybe a 2 year, 3 year, whatever that suits you, but I'm going to use m and n here. Okay, so for example, you got a n year bond starting at the time m and ends at the time m plus n, which means that the maturity of the bond or the loan, depending on which side you're on, is n years, right? So the maturity of that bond is n years, and you're going to get the annualized interest rate of that bond during all this n years period. You got annualized the rate, which means that if the bond is say 5% of annualized rate, you're going to pay the bondholders 5% of a coupon. But if that bond is a zero coupon bond, the only thing that can give the bondholder is the change of the price. So say that the face value is $1 at the end of time n plus n. The only thing that zero coupon bond can give the bondholder is the discount, okay? Because they discount that, and the price is a little lower, and the bondholder can get that kind of appreciation in price, right? So let's do the math here. So I'm going to discount that $1 back to the time m, right? 1 plus the annualized interest rate, and of course that annualized interest rate, we give it a say f starting at the time m, ending at time n. That is the annualized rate. And of course we discount that back n terms, and then we get a forward price. This is forward price starting at time m, ending at time n. Forward price. And this will be the annualized interest rate, as I just said. Alright? And don't forget, we're talking about forward rate here. So we give this annualized interest rate on our $1 loan to be initialized at time m and ends at time m plus n. We call that annualized interest rate another name, forward rates. And of course, as we have already discussed about the term structure of spot rate, and you can use that idea in here, okay? So the forward rate also got a term structure, and the term structure of the forward rates is called forward curve. And of course, there are mathematical connections between the forward curve as well as the spot curve, because we can use one to infer the other, and you can use the changes between these two to solve a lot of problem, to make a lot of decision, right? We will talk about that later, but for now, just know this fancy word forward rates is just annualized interest rate of that certain loan or certain bonds, okay?